Jayne Mansfield's home, famously known as the Pink Palace, was a bizarre and extravagant mansion that perfectly embodied her larger-than-life personality. Located in Los Angeles, the house was completely pink, inside and out, featuring heart-shaped bathtubs, gold fixtures, and even a fountain that flowed with pink champagne. The walls were covered in pink fur, and the ceilings mirrored her glamorous Hollywood lifestyle. But beyond its whimsical charm, the mansion had a darker side. After Mansfield's tragic death in 1967, rumors began to spread that the house was cursed. Some even claimed it was haunted by her spirit. Hollywood eventually tried to erase this bizarre piece of history, and the house was demolished in 2002, leaving only eerie memories behind. Despite efforts to make the world forget, Jayne Mansfield's Pink Palace remains one of the strangest celebrity homes Hollywood ever tried to hide. Buster Keaton, the silent film legend, built an extravagant 10,000-square-foot mansion in Beverly Hills in the 1920s. The estate was a masterpiece of luxury, featuring secret passageways, hidden bars, and a massive pool designed to resemble a Roman bath. Keaton, known for his daring stunts, even incorporated funhouse-like elements, including a moving bookcase that revealed a hidden liquor stash, perfect for Prohibition-era Hollywood. The house became a hotspot for wild parties, attracting the biggest names of the Golden Age. However, financial troubles forced Keaton to sell the home in 1933, marking the beginning of his decline. Hollywood attempted to erase its connection to the troubled star, and over the years, renovations stripped the estate of its eccentric charm. Today, few people realize that one of Hollywood's greatest comedians once lived in what was essentially a silent film set brought to life, before the industry turned its back on him. Rudolph Valentino, Hollywood's first great heartthrob, lived in a Spanish-style mansion called Falcon Lair, perched high above Beverly Hills. The home, built in the 1920s, was a lavish retreat filled with exotic artifacts, luxurious velvet drapes, and hand-carved furniture. Valentino adored his sanctuary, but eerie rumors surrounded the estate. He allegedly believed the house was cursed, fueled by his fascination with the occult. A mysterious, spectral figure known as the Lady in Black was often seen mourning at his grave, adding to the mansion's haunting legend. After Valentino's sudden death in 1926 at just 31, Falcon Lair fell into disrepair, changing hands multiple times before Hollywood quietly tried to erase its history. Eventually, the house was abandoned, further fueling ghost stories. In 2006, Falcon Lair was demolished, forever burying Valentino's glamorous yet tragic past. But some say his spirit never left, forever wandering the Hollywood hills. Mary Pickford, America's sweetheart, and her husband, Douglas Fairbanks, built Pickfair, one of Hollywood's most legendary estates. This grand 18-acre mansion in Beverly Hills was a palace fit for royalty, featuring secret tunnels, an opulent ballroom, and a lavish dining hall where stars like Charlie Chaplin and Albert Einstein once dined. The estate was a symbol of Hollywood's golden age, where the biggest stars gathered for extravagant parties. However, after Pickford's decline into reclusion and her passing in 1979, Hollywood distanced itself from the once magical estate. When new owner Pia Zadora shockingly demolished Pickfair in the 1980s, she claimed the house was haunted, possibly by Mary Pickford herself. The destruction of Pickfair was seen as an attempt to erase a piece of Hollywood history, but whispers of its former glory still linger. It remains one of the strangest celebrity homes Hollywood tried to hide. Jean Harlow, Hollywood's original blonde bombshell, lived in a stunning yet sinister home at 9820 Easton Drive in Beverly Hills. The house, a grand Mediterranean-style estate, became infamous for its eerie history. Harlow shared the home with her abusive husband, producer Paul Byrne, who was found dead in their bedroom under suspicious circumstances. His death ruled a suicide. Harlow, devastated, moved out soon after, but tragedy followed her. Just a few years later, she died at only 26, adding to the home's grim legacy. Later owners reported chilling paranormal activity, mysterious whispers, unexplained shadows, and the feeling of being watched. Some claimed Harlow's spirit never left. Hollywood has tried to downplay the mansion's haunted reputation, but it remains one of Tinseltown's darkest secrets. Even today, those who visit say the echoes of Hollywood's tragic past still haunt the halls of Jean Harlow's forgotten home. Gloria Swanson, the queen of silent cinema, lived in a mysterious and extravagant mansion tucked away in the Hollywood Hills. Unlike the lavish Beverly Hills estates of her peers, Swanson's home was a Gothic-inspired retreat, rumored to have hidden passageways, secret rooms, and an eerie, candlelit ambience. The mansion perfectly reflected her enigmatic persona, glamorous yet secretive. She entertained powerful figures, including her rumored lover, Joseph P. Kennedy, adding to the mystique. However, as her career faded and talkies took over, Swanson's once glorious home became an abandoned relic of old Hollywood. By the time she staged her legendary comeback in Sunset Boulevard, the industry had already tried to erase the strange mansion from memory. Over the years, the house was altered and eventually disappeared from maps, as if it never existed. But for those who remember, Gloria Swanson's hidden Gothic estate remains a ghost of Hollywood's golden past. Errol Flynn, Hollywood's most notorious swashbuckler, lived in a mansion as wild as his reputation, Mulholland Farm, perched high in the Hollywood Hills. The sprawling home was a bachelor's paradise, complete with secret tunnels, hidden peepholes, and a mirrored ceiling above his bed. Flynn, infamous for his wild parties and rumored debauchery, allegedly installed two-way mirrors and hidden cameras to spy on guests. The mansion became the setting for Hollywood's most scandalous gatherings, where the industry's elite indulged in excess. However, as Flynn's career and health declined, so did his home. After his death in 1959, Mulholland Farm stood abandoned, its secrets rotting away within its walls. Strange occurrences, unexplained voices, eerie shadows, led some to believe Flynn's ghost never left. Hollywood eventually buried the estate's dark past, and in 1988, it was demolished, erasing the last physical trace of Flynn's scandalous playground. But the legend of Mulholland Farm still lingers. Mae West, the queen of double entendres, lived in a lavish yet strangely secretive penthouse at the Ravenswood, an Art Deco apartment complex in Los Angeles. Unlike the sprawling estates of other Golden Age stars, West preferred this glamorous but compact retreat, filled with plush velvet, gold accents, and mirrored walls that reflected her timeless persona. However, Hollywood had a complicated relationship with her home. Some claimed West held secret seances there, believing in spiritual connections beyond the silver screen. Others whispered about the apartment's hidden rooms, allegedly used for private meetings with Hollywood's elite. As she aged, West rarely left her sanctuary, turning the penthouse into a shrine of her former self. After her death in 1980, rumors of ghostly activity spread, with residents reporting strange noises and the lingering scent of her signature perfume. Hollywood tried to downplay its eerie legacy, but Mae West's penthouse remains one of Tinseltown's strangest hidden relics. John Barrymore, the legendary actor with a taste for excess, lived in a sprawling Beverly Hills estate that mirrored his larger-than-life personality. Known as the Barrymore Estate, the house was filled with oddities, secret tunnels, a wine cellar that rivaled any speakeasy, and a bizarre collection of rare artifacts, including human skulls. Barrymore, infamous for his wild parties and love of alcohol, reportedly hosted extravagant gatherings where Hollywood's elite drank and indulged in theatrical performances within his private theater. Some even claimed he slept in a coffin, adding to his eccentric legend. After his death in 1942, Hollywood distanced itself from his scandalous reputation, and his beloved estate changed hands multiple times before being quietly altered beyond recognition. Some believe his spirit still lingers, refusing to let Hollywood forget his rebellious ways. Though the original house no longer exists as it once did, the myth of John Barrymore's eccentric mansion endures. Hedy Lamarr, Hollywood's most beautiful face and an unsung scientific genius, lived in a mysterious and ultra-private mansion in the Hollywood Hills. Unlike the grand party estates of her peers, Lamarr's home was a fortress of solitude, where she spent time not just as a glamorous actress, but as an inventor. Hidden within its walls were blueprints and prototypes for her groundbreaking work in frequency-hopping technology, an invention that later became the foundation of Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Hollywood, obsessed with her beauty rather than her mind, ignored her scientific achievements, and as her star faded, her home became a forgotten relic. In her later years, she withdrew completely, living in reclusion while her mansion fell into disrepair. After her passing, Hollywood barely acknowledged the significance of the home where a starlet had once changed the course of technology. Today, few remember the genius that once hid behind Hedy Lamarr's glamorous walls. James Dean, Hollywood's ultimate rebel, lived in a secluded, unassuming house on Glendon Avenue in Los Angeles, a stark contrast to the lavish mansions of his peers. The home reflected Dean's private and restless nature, simple, rugged, and filled with books, motorcycles, and artwork. Unlike other Golden Age stars, he shunned Hollywood's glitz, preferring to spend time alone or with a select few close friends. However, an eerie presence surrounded the house. Dean, obsessed with speed and danger, often spoke of his cursed Porsche 550 Spider, the car that would eventually take his life in 1955. After his tragic death at just 24, Hollywood swiftly distanced itself from the home, as if trying to erase the painful reminder of its lost icon. Some say Dean's restless spirit never left, with neighbors reporting strange noises and flickering lights. Today, the house remains a forgotten relic of a rebel who left too soon.